Also, Dune.
What?
The hot clown sister is indeed hot and cute.
You're welcome. It's nice to finally.
These are some really good fucking drawing, Dune. Like, damn.
What do you mean? You sound surprised.
I mean, like, they're really good. Like, oh, not like, oh, you draw. Like, they're genuinely really fucking good.
Oh, you draw?
I'm not
Yeah.
interpreting that.
Interpret it as, I'll pay you
Like,
money.
like good for you,
No, no.
they're
No, like I'll
fine.
pay you money to do it, type of thing.
I spent like $12 on Pokemon Gacha today, and I was like,
My
maybe maybe I should do art commissions so I can pay for like.
Oh my fucking no. This is like the darkest timeline. We really like fucking diverged somewhere.
No, giving money to corporations is cool and based. You just don't understand, Anigma.
I just don't. Are we starting? Are we ready?
Yeah, I already started recording. Right now I'm
Okay.
working on my Cookie Run OC because me and Cito wanted to talk about it.
Why would you ever pay money to a corporation, let alone a mobile game
I
corporation?
wanted to get more roles so I could get the seasonal cookie girl. Is that too much
This
to ask
is
for? Is that too much?
this is a classic, like a classic Curb Your Enthusiasm moment insert here, just to pull the clip of Dune from like 2 episodes ago, being like, God, why would like you're a fucking idiot and a fucking retard. You ever spend money on a mobile game? Fuck you, die.
I mean, that is true.
Please insert this clip here.
I would never say something like that.
Never.
Yeah,
Never.
you're making shit up as as usual, Noneedbruh.
Obviously, no. That's what I
As
do here.
always.
Where's Reido here, though? Reido, do you want to talk about Arcane?
I mean,
Do you?
I don't know if I feel like while I was watching it, I feel like I said a lot of what I really didn't like about Arcane, but I feel like I got all that out of my system, all that negative, toxic, uh, energy. I,
I wasn't.
I,
I was. I wasn't there to witness
no,
it,
I
sadly.
don't know. Arcane's whatever, man. Uh, it's
It's it,
the,
it's the highest scored. It's not. It was like a day. Yes.
it's not as good as everybody says it is, of course, but I don't know. I didn't hate it, but I did hate a lot of the things that it does that are like I don't know. I was just reminded a lot of like why I don't watch uh I understand. Yes, I understand it's made in China. Yes, everybody loves saying this, but it is like a Western thing. And um I hate like I was realizing this as I was reading today too, but I hate like the dumb sarcasm that comes into like modern like English media all the time, and like snarkiness and just I don't know, just
What would you read?
listening. What? Oh, no. I wasn't well, actually, I started reading The Wheel of Time. Not
Oh
n
no!
that's right,
Oh no!
that's right, I was talking to you about that, but no, I mean, I've only read, like, the first chapter so far, but, no, I was just thinking of, like, what I like and don't like about certain ways people write things, and, I don't, I don't watch a lot of, like, uh, cartoons with English voice acting. But I don't know, um, the whole time I was watching Arcane, I just had this feeling that a lot of it was like really cringe. Uh, some just like people who just were some really bad voice actors, like some people who were probably just good as like regular actors. Like I'd recognize their voice, but I don't think that they had like a lot of like their presence as like a voice talent was very poor a lot of the time, I think. And that Arcane had a
As
lot of that.
Okay, as a non-native English speaker, I cannot really judge voice acting. Like, unless it's like really bad, like really bad.
I mean,
Okay,
some
this
of
like
the
that.
some of the acting itself is like fine, but like what like the actual script is retarded. Like I'm kind of split between that a lot of the time. Like sometimes the actors are fine, but it's just like I can't like sometimes they'll just like say they'll try to like make some sort of like uh statement or like some like spout some weird philosophy, and like the show just kind of like rolls with it, but I don't like so I wish I had a good example, but sometimes it's just like I don't necessarily believe that's true, or like I think that's like a really like it's not really like demonstrated well in the show. um I think like uh Arcane like does a lot of the what's like bad with like a lot of modern storytelling is it like just presents you with a lot of answers like, oh yeah, here's how things are, this is how things are, but instead of like asking you a lot of questions, or just like giving you interesting questions or interesting answers instead of just like, yep, things sure are bad and evil, aren't they? What was I watching that I was talking to you about that 86. Oh yeah, I think 86 has like that problem to a T. Um and that's,
It's okay.
just
Okay,
like the
I
like,
will.
oh yeah, look at how bad things are. Aren't things sure are bad, but not like really asking you anything interesting.
Racism bad, guys,
Really,
racism bad.
really. Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
I
stuff
racism
would.
like
bad?
that.
That they need to ask the question. Like, is racism bad? Like,
Is
let
racism
us
bad?
let us come to our own conclusions about race.
I don't want to come to
I
any
guess is it
conclusions about race.
to
Sounds
be
awful.
okay? Like Arcane, there's like a weird. It has like a weird conclusion about racism with like the cop
Does it?
chick, you know, the GF, the cop chick. Remember
The
that like
Caitlin,
the last episode? Like the last
Wait,
episode, you
the
know,
cop chick?
the girlfriend,
The
Vi's
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
Vi's
The one
girlfriend.
with the gun?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
one with the sniper rifle.
She's
Yeah,
like I don't remember her name, but yeah, she is supposed to be like an important League of Legends character.
I guess.
Uh,
But like here's the thing.
but
In episode 8, if I remember, I think it's episode 8, when you know her
I
and Vi
don't.
meet up with like the black kid, the doing the skateboard.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Echo.
Okay.
That
They meet up with the dude on skateboard, you know? And then Vi and the dude on skateboard are like, you know, this because they have like the funny magic stone or whatever. And they're like, you know, we could use this like fight or like a bargain and like, you know, maybe like fucking oppose, you know, finally oppose like the upside or whatever they call it. And then the cop girl is like, no, 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 we gotta stop this cycle of violence, guys. You know, you cannot fight them. You know, like that will only lead to more that. You know, someone has to stop it. You just have to, you know, like you just, you know, gotta give me that so I could return, you know, and I'm gonna, you know, have a good word, you know, with my bosses to like stop racism finally. And to be fair, when I was sitting here, I was like, that's just fucked. Like that is just fucked. That is like the conclusion this show went
I mean,
to.
people like that exist. I wish it would have just taken the opportunity to say that what cycle of violence, people just are violent. That's just how people are. But
Like that's
no. But
that
also
is
I don't think that had really had anything to do with race, because like it's all about class in
class. It's about
League of
class.
Legends.
But like,
It's
you know, I'm like, you know, we watched for all intents and purposes about how it's portrayed in the show. You know, we watched like Vi and you know her other funny friends and kids. You know, in poverty, getting beat up. You know, the cops are evil, and then like 8 episodes later, the cop chick was like, you know, a rich, important person from the upside. You know, is talking down to these people, and she's like, no, 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 we gotta stop this cycle of violence. And what boggles my mind is like both of them like agree with her. It's like, yeah, yeah, she's right. And I'm like, what? What? That was like the ideological weird point of Arcane for me. I just find it bizarre. That this
yeah.
like the
I mean,
conclusion.
it Arcane is just like it's just for the property of League. Like it's like a cool backstory about League of Legends characters. But which that doesn't really like. I feel like there's not going to be a lot of there's not going to be a lot of opportunity to really make any cool make a statement about anything. It's just like kind of like a cool story about the MOBA characters having fights and shit like that, which I guess is like
Giving them
whatever.
backstory, I guess.
Um
Giving them backstory.
sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's all like because I don't know. I think some of it did look kind of neat, and then a lot of it was just obnoxious.
I
I talked about this ad nauseum while I was watching it, but that it
I
I hate the like blurry shaky cam stuff that is just
I
constantly abused.
it is then. While I was watching, I did notice that I did, my mind registered that this is blur. Like this is the blur effect they're using it a lot. But like I personally don't mind it. Like it's just a thing that I just accepted that modern video games and fucking modern animation love their funny blur effects.
I mean, but it's I think it's just it's lame. It looks like shit. And I think it kind of like obscures like bad uh I guess what would you even describe it as bad photography or whatever that's uh considered, whatever the correct
It's
terminology for that is. It's just like none of it like you I was going over this with Dune, and there's I mean, it happens all over the place, but there are like a couple shots that are just like the entire thing is blurry, like from for like frame by frame, the entire thing is blurry. So it's like, oh well, the actual like image here is not really being represented I guess that's a thing people like. I think it looks kind of stupid. Um,
uh I guess before we delve in slightly, I guess, to more of the plot quotations. What did you general? I just want to get the general impression. What about the art? Like, did you like the animation? Is it
eh.
something that you were impressed by? I guess.
I could I could pass on a lot of it. Like I think like the art design in general is like not uh not terrible, but I don't know. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, the 2D effects are like this is amazing." I'm like, "Really?" Cuz like I
What
I
genre?
mean,
They were genre.
2D
The
I mean,
effects were
all this
genre.
stuff exists before. Like the whole thing is just composite. Like the whole thing like they're all just like I think a lot of it kind of like a lot of the like actual um between the characters and the environments, like a lot of the backgrounds and stuff like that, because it's all like in a 3D environment. But I'll, I feel like a lot of it looks like it doesn't have like the appropriate volume. Like I feel like I'm looking at some of it and like this doesn't like add up. Like this drawing doesn't really like add up in my head. Um, like it just looks like the dimensions are kind of off. The
It's
characters look fine, I
cartoony.
think, and like they're very expressive. So like the character designs themselves are not like
If
terrible. What
if I would put it this
like
way, if I
a lot of the actual effects animation is like not that impressive to me. Like I guess I don't look at it and be like, oh wow, like but that's something that a lot of people are cooming over. But I'm like, honestly, like this is actually like from what I understand, this is like seemingly pretty easy to do. In relation to like a lot of
no,
a lot
no,
of
like
the
nah.
no, that's I think that's true. I think that's true because it's like
Even
the 2D parts, like the easy. I mean, some of them look some of the effects like do look good. Um,
oh,
I
you mean the
think,
2D? No, the
but
2D stuff is just kind of whatever. Like the 2D stuff is just kind of miffed.
well,
But
that's
like,
what I'm talking about.
oh, okay,
That's
okay.
those are the oh well, I don't know. Like a lot, some of it's like pretty like a lot of I just across the board. Like sometimes the show just looks like shit. I think, and especially like the early episodes. Um, so I think like around I want to say it was around like episodes 5 and 6 were like pretty good. It's like the first episode when the characters are older. and then like the next couple episodes after that, I thought those were probably like the best episodes. I don't know. I don't really care too much about the show on the whole.
It's
TBH.
okay. TBH, if the show was a movie, I guess this is like a way to compare it. The animation that the show has, the art style, like, including movements, impacts, like, whatever, we define animation as. If this was a movie, I would give it like a 6 out of 10 or like a 7 out of 10, in terms of just like the art direction, whatever. But the fact that this is like 7-hour animation is just like impressive on its own. The fact that it just like consistently for like 6-7 hours it looks like this, and like the backgrounds, the environments have like this much detail, not too much like character movements, and a lot of fucking technical stuff going on.
I don't think it's as impressive as you think it. Like I think looking at it, like a lot of people are really wowed by it, but I of course I'm not a 3D. I guess I don't truly know, but from what I understand, this does not strike me as like, especially when they've got like 1 million people doing this. Like this is like
they do have like $1 billion.
It's not like several people who are like really good. Like nobody's particular like art really shines through. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, they certainly put the time in to like
polish it,
paint those backgrounds. I don't know. It's sure. I don't know. It's not
guess...
like I don't think it's like actually like that impressive like what they've done. I think it's just like a lot of stuff to like kind of wow you, like a lot of like really flashy shit. But I think that's like what a lot of people are really taken by.
I would lie if I say I'm not one of those people. Like Arcane did not blow my mind. Like I was not like sitting here just pogging while watching it, or like being
You're
like.
telling me that you did not think Arcane was a beautiful fusion of both Marvel cinematic universe and Game of Thrones?
That is the most retarded statement a human brain could conjure.
You don't say. You don't say.
like whoever said that, deserves a mental hospital.
I couldn't agree more. No need, bro. I couldn't agree more. If anything, that's all I'm really here to say.
Arcane to me was like a solid, like you said, they sure took their time to paint those back, and I was like, it struck me as like an elbow grease show. Like they did like almost the max amount of effort to like that makes it like it's polished for what it is in terms of like everything. It's just like they didn't. It does not feel phoned in. I guess it's the feeling that Arcane gives me. It does not feel phoned in, neither in terms of like writing or
I guess
production.
at the very least, it doesn't feel very cheap. I think the writing feels kind of cheap to me, but yeah, I think that certainly looks like they like they were willing to go like not hold a lot back when producing it. Like it, I guess that's the kind of impression that I get as well. I'm not like a huge fan of the end result, but I think like yeah, clearly a lot of people really do like it. Clearly they have like a very successful product, and I mean they've already got like 2 more seasons confirmed, right?
Which fucking terrifies me. It fucking terrifies me how successful it is. Like I'm like on the one hand I'm like, I wish this like paves the way to be like, hey, if you like put in like actual like production values and actual like people who are like competent at their fucking jobs, I sure hope to see more projects like that. But like the fact that Arcane got like instantly 2 more seasons, I'm like, I sure hope this doesn't become another fucking MCU situation.
I mean unless of course, well, because they'd have to get the rights, or like it'd have to be like if a bigger company was producing this. But I think it's probably good where it's at now. It's one of those things where like I'm not a huge fan of it, but I guess it wouldn't be like the worst thing if this was like the kind of thing that got popular every season in comparison to like the dog shit, the other things that people like really get, like not another fucking Castlevania or some shit. Like
Castlevania is Castlevania is fine.
I don't know. I think this is definitely better than Castlevania.
No, it is. I think this is definitely it's Castlevania is when you watch Castlevania, you gotta like buy into the dialogue. You gotta like the dialogue in Castlevania. I found it like funny. I like the dialogue, the accents, the script writing. It's written by like some dude, I forget his name, but like he's known for these kind of productions. But, like Castlevania in terms of like production, it's not impressive at all. It's kind of shit in a lot of aspects.
Speaking of accents and funny voices, why is everybody in Arcane British?
They are?
Or
They are?
Australian?
What? World fucking shit. I mean,
they are? Question mark? I'm
They
not
have
memeing.
accents. Don't they?
they're all I mean, it's a different word, they're all like, because there is like a weird like cultural, I don't know what the situation is, because clearly they live in a racially equal world and a culturally but they're all like culturally distinct in some way, but they do. I think it's just the British Empire just won, just won everything.
This is the dark alternate future. America never had a Revolutionary War. We'd have League of Legends.
I'm glad we won. I'm glad we staved off the League of Legends future.
The dark timeline.
I gotta say, let me revise my opinion on all of Arcane. I think they fucked up big. They and this is why I'm giving it a 0. They didn't take the opportunity at the end of the season to say like, what, you want to make some sort of League of Legends?
I'm waiting.
Fucking zero.
I know you guys don't play League of Legends, so you don't know this, but League of Legends is the video game League of Legends on the PC is about like it's like the Smash Brothers of Arcane, and that like it's like now it is for a long time since like the spin-offs and stuff come out. It's like it is like not canon. Like there's like no lore relevance to like anything.
Yes.
Wait, I feel like we been down this. I thought we determined that was also not the case.
I mean, like the characters in League of Legends when they were initially created were not like intended to be all from the same world.
Of course. Of course.
And like even in the show, there's like 100 fucking League characters. Okay, like this is like 10. There's like 10 of them and max.
Yeah. That is very true. It's like clearly this is something that they've just made up like after the fact, and it's like super.
Like for example, if we talked about this, and I did look it up on my own time, like the character that Vander is supposed to become and stuff, like the character of Vander and them being like orphans and this whole fucking meme.
It's why it all feels so fucking ham-fisted. Like a lot of it just feels really forced, which is why I think like a lot of the writing ends up coming up like really cringe, because it's like, okay, we need to make this happen. How? Well,
I'm waiting. Do you know what I'm waiting for, Reido? The moment I'm hyped for?
Oh,
Do you want to know?
What is it?
In the games, like Vi, discriminated, poor person, unjustifiably been sent to jail for years and fucking abused, and all of this, it's like becomes a cop in League of Legends, like a person, hurt people, and I'm like, how are we gonna get to that point? I just want to know. I was Arcane. Somehow gonna justify that.
I mean, I don't know. You've seen stories like people something bad happens. You've seen the Joker, right? I think it's only a matter of time until Vi learns that we live in a society. All right, and
no, that's what Jinx does.
Well, they both live in a society. It's not like they live in like Jinx lives somewhere else.
Well, no, Vi lives in prison for
Yeah,
most of the
like a
at this
lot,
point.
a long ass time, and it's like
Like, she
Exactly.
doesn't
And
own like an apartment.
who would understand criminals better than somebody who's been in prison?
yeah, I know.
Huh?
Who would support that system? Like someone who's been through it, you know? Who would uphold it with their
Well,
lives?
it's just like clearly it's just going to show that there's nothing wrong with the prison industrial complex. We've been doing it right the whole time, and there's no need to rethink it. I think that's the
Okay.
real moral of the story here. I mean, okay, consider this. It's being made in China, right? So, I mean, what Chinese values are in this? I mean, I think we've just come up with the answer here. Lock
Cops are always
up
right.
lock up anybody who disagrees with you, and you can use them to whatever ends you please.
Okay.
I think
guess
next
so.
season will be a demonstration of how you can count devaluating assets as income in this universe as well. That's where they're really going to drive it home.
It's
The whole China
it
angle.
is just funny to think that, because like, do you remember like the first like the first like minute of the show? You know, the whole like dramatic, they're walking across the destroyed
The
city.
rooftops.
No, not the rooftops.
Wait,
The
what?
beginning, like moment zero.
You know, I don't remember it. No, I
When
don't.
you know, Vine like powder like Jinx or whatever, like, you know, walk into that destroyed city crying and shit, seeing like people getting murdered.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, like remember how like fucking dramatic, kind of fucked up that was presented? I'm like, is Fire really gonna become one of those soldiers? I'm just fucking waiting. I'm really waiting for like, I saw them kill my mom and dad to the head, but then, you know, I thought they were
Maybe
cool afterwards.
maybe cops are not so bad. All right.
Not so bad.
And it's
Um,
I want to say Vi is the worst main character out of like the
Uh,
five. Everything bad that happens to her, she does deserve it. And
Agreed.
I
Agreed.
don't know. I just like she's just like
I mean,
I understand that her
she's
character is to like
she's.
jump into things recklessly, but also
I think
she thinks she's
I also
dumb.
think her character is just kind of a dyke. So I think
What do
that's
you mean,
the
kind of?
takeaway.
She like explicitly has a girlfriend named Caitlin, the cop.
Exactly.
She's who's actually the worst character.
There are
Kate is the worst character.
all the women aside from Jinx suck.
No,
Even Jinx is kind of smelly looking.
no. Jinx is good. The fucking black lady is good. The black lady's mom is
It's about
also
it
good.
base.
Which oh yeah, she's not bad.
The evil black lady who with the robot arm is
Honestly,
fine.
I felt like the wait, evil black lady?
The one with the robot arm,
The mom. The
She's
mom with
not
the snake.
black. She's like
dark skin.
What?
Hispanic
Well, she's dark
or
skin.
something.
Okay, well,
She's I don't know, cuz I mean she's definitely different. Like the I feel like the black chick that Jace is hooking up with, the one with all the golden shit. I can't
yeah.
remember what the name of their like family is
Yeah,
or whatever. But like, you know, I feel like kind of like a lame character. Like honestly, she can like do nothing quite wrong. Like she's just everything just kind of goes her. Everything is like perfect and fine. She has no character flaws.
But she is the
she's too
hottest.
nice to be, though. She's
She's
too
hot.
nice.
She has no. She's just like great at everything. Oh, but she's not. She's like the poorest of
nice.
all of her really wealthy family members. Like, oh no, she's
Oh, wait,
also
wait.
just really
Well,
fucking
I don't think
rich.
she's like a main character you should really focus on. I think she's like a side character, like a
Well,
side
I mean, I
character.
think she's just like kind of a poorly written. I don't like. It's a nitpick, sure, but I think like I think she's just not a good, well-written character. But
No,
I mean, I
she's
think it's more like I guess more of what I'm leaning into is that it's like also just this weird like, oh yeah, look at how great and strong all the women are. Look at
I
how
don't
like
think the show
no.
really.
A woman get fucked up pretty hard in the show. I'll be watching.
they get fucked up because they're all busy fighting other strong women.
Yeah, what's wrong
That's
with that? What do you have against strong women, Rita?
it's just
They
I want my
scare me.
cartoons to be realistic, Dune. And well, I think we
Okay.
can. I think we can see. I think we can see where this is going.
No, okay. Okay. About that, I'm hyped. I'm hyped for season 2 because like the Black Lady's arc, like her entire fucking shtick was like she's too nice. She's told by her mom, "Oh, you're too nice." That's like a fucking banished you to the Shadow Realm, aka like the floating city, whatever the fuck. And then like at the end of the show, and Jace is like, guys, we should give, these peasants, these sewer rats, freedom and independence, and finally find peace. And then she looks at her ring, that her mom gave her, and she's like, you know what? Maybe, being nice is good. And she like removes like her mom rings. Smash cut, same scene as Zeke is shooting the rocket. So I guess next season, like she's gonna be just about, you know what? I was too nice. Let's kill all the peasants.
Yeah, who knows? That'd be pretty based.
Like it is what's gonna happen. Like hands down. There's like no doubt.
I'd love to say I'm not going to watch the next season as well, but I guarantee it's one of you fuckers or some person
Me.
is
It's
gonna
just me. It's just
come
gonna be
along.
me.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, okay, I'll give you XYZ or here's an
No.
incentive.
I'll be like, I already gave you XYZ to watch Arcane, not
To
Arcane
watch
season 1.
oh, not just season 1. Okay. Well, I guess I'm already strapped in for the next one, huh?
Yeah, I already like signed that reader. I already bought the
I guess I
pre-order.
didn't look at the fine print.
I mean, it's what did we compare the show to last time? Something that
Thrones,
this
Marvel.
afternoon.
Game of Thrones,
No,
Marvel's
Marvel.
Adventures,
No, Marvel.
Wheel of Time,
Spider-Verse. What's
Oh,
Spider-Verse?
you compared it to Spider-Man, yeah.
Spider-Verse.
Like a weirdo.
That's another
It's
thing. I don't think Spider-Verse is that great either.
Because you're racist. We've established this.
I I know.
fucking
No.
crash.
No, I mean honestly, like, I feel like the Miles Morales Spider-Man is like one of the. It's like as far as the story goes, it's like a more convincing Spider-Man story than like,
All of them, except
than
like the
like a lot of
original.
the recent Cape shit that's like come out. But in like the past like decade, I guess. I don't know. A lot of it's pretty shit. I think that's what a lot of stuff people can agree on. But I again with Arcane, like with Arcane, I don't think it's like as impressive
What are you talking
as other
about,
people
Rita?
do.
You watch like
Like I don't.
seasonal anime, it looks like shit, and you're like, oh, you fucking pog
I,
at it. Like, what are you talking about?
what are you talking
Spider-Verse looks
about?
1,000 times better than
What
any season.
seasonal anime have I been pogging at, dude?
86?
I hate 86.
Gundam.
There's, I just to my knowledge, there's not a Gundam that's coming out now. And
It came out during an anime.
There's not a Gundam that's come out in the last 10 years.
It came
that I
out
thought
in an
good.
anime season, did it not? Checkmate.
What?
Checkmate, Vito.
There's not a Gundam in the past 10 years that's come out in the past 10 years that I've seen. That's or past 20. What year is it now? 2020. When was the last good Gundam that I know came out? Like 91. I before I was born. As far as I've seen, I haven't seen Victory yet, but I'm aware that's probably really good. But again, yeah, no, I don't really watch a lot of seasonal shit.
Okay, here's the thing. In terms of story, Spider-Man the Spider-Verse made like the same impression to me as Arcane, nothing more, nothing less. But
you're
animation,
retarded.
like
Because you're retarded, Noeedbruh. Because you're a dumb person.
I'm not retarded.
Yes.
What's so fucking unique about Spider-Verse story? Like come on, like you gotta not.
How is it the same as fucking Arcane? Arcane's writing. I mean, like the story is like constructed well enough, but like moment to moment dialogue is just the most cliche thing ever.
Yeah.
Like the Spider-Verse is actually at least
more
fun to watch.
Oh yes, as like a whole product, like Spider-Verse is like a much more complete or just like a much more well-rounded product. Like I can say that at least like it's got a functional plot. Like it makes sense. Like I'm not like really scratching my head at Spider-Verse. Like How the fuck does this work? Um, it's
Uh,
like again, like it's not like Spider-Verse has like a concrete like lesson, has like a theme, where like it's a lot more ambiguous in
cops are
Arcane.
good. I'm telling you, the team is, at the end of all of this, we're gonna, realize that the cops are good.
So base, so true, so base. The thin blue line, protect our people. What do people who like comp say? Uh, I guess they don't say anything. They're too
uh,
busy slurping up boot.
you know,
Uh,
as every, illegal, every, prestige anime, review show, which, Within the Cube Zone is obviously, if we haven't clarified that
I
enough.
mean, what else would it be if not prestige?
Obviously.
I
I don't
am
know.
up here in the prestige.
Arcane to me is the most like cosmically, like created by the gods themselves, is cosmically the most 7, 8 kind of out of 10 in existence. Like it is the most. They sure made effort and like everything, and make sure to put the piece together. Like nothing like stood out, but like it is just constructed without like any cracks, that could like diminish its value, I guess. Yeah, 7.
I agree.
Hmm.
I think it is like a 6.5 to 7.5 show, depending on your personal taste. Like I can't imagine watching Arcane and having like a serious problem with like how it's presented. Like there are things you can complain about, sure, but like if you turn it on
Yeah.
in the background at a party, no one's really gonna complain like, oh, what the fuck are you watching? Like this is
What is
like
this
this.
gay
Like you
shit? I
can't
mean,
like you can't. It's not bad enough that you can laugh at it for being bad, but it's not like good enough to like really enjoy if you're like just coming into it blind. Like I
I
imagine the people who like it the most already have some associate like it for other reasons.
I there is some of that. I feel a little bit more strongly about it, but yeah, again, it's not like I'm like laughing at it so bad. There was one point where I was watching it with Sean, right, and it was like it was the first episode, I think, and we just got done with the I just got done laughing at the big Imagine Dragons
The
intro,
song you've
right?
been singing for the past week, yeah.
I can't even remember it because all the
Yeah, you can
songs sound.
remember. You can remember
I
it.
keep wanting to sing Radioactive when I'm thinking of whatever the song is. But
Is that not the song?
I was saying, I was like, I really hope this. I said to Sean, I was like, man, a lot of shows like this end up just using like a lot of motion blur. I hope it doesn't do it as well. I wonder if there's like a good example coming up, and like the very first like shot. Uh, that comes up like it's like as I'm explaining this, it's just like a super like blurry like shaky can't like moving around. I think it's like when they're about to like start running across the rooftops or whatever, and we just both like burst out laughing because it's just like, oh, it's exactly what I was like worried about there. But yeah, it's not like the
I
show.
Yeah,
wake up to the
your
sound,
your
to the silence of the loud, from a
your
mind.
hatred of digital effects and digital
I
animation is really Reido-ish.
what Wh-
Like, who the
what
hell
do you mean?
cares? Like, I don't think anyone else cares that it has motion blur.
I no, I think it's cringe. I think
I
it's
know
real
you think
cringe.
it's cringe. As I said, that's why I didn't say bad. That's why I didn't say it was dumb. I said it was Reido-ish.
I I I see. I'd be bad at explaining this because it'd turn into another like the drawing quality thing. Because it's not like it's not like there is one right answer for how to make a good animation, right? But I think there are kind of there are things that um like certain qualities that like beget good animation, and that like a lot of things kind of like are doing something purely like against this, or like stuff that's just like lazy and will not really get you anywhere. That's like true. You're not gonna make anything that's like really interesting. Like you're not really cultivating like a cool area of art. Just it's like, oh, it's just like the kind of thing that like is kind of like brain popcorn for people. But I don't know. Like there's some neat. There's not to say it can't be attached to some neat stuff. It's not like everything is like either 100% because something does like something I think is cringe. It's not like 100% bad or something does something that I like. It's not 100% good.
I
But
just
I
don't
think
understand why you don't like motion blur. Like it's to emulate film. Like that is just the
uh
point.
I think you can like I think you can like but when you like blur something in film like I don't think blur really adds anything in particular like I think I don't know I think I'm getting ahead of myself because I think there are some ways and there are some ways and there are some ways that you can use blur that like mean something right but when it's just kind of like when it's like an effect that is like thrown around willy-nilly to like to mask poor just like I don't know, like poor perspective, poor camera work or poor whatever like to like cover up kind of like a bad job, kind of like I feel this more strongly with uh like how people will over smear shit in anime, but this is not so bad. Like I'm probably with Arcane, I've talked about it maybe a little too much where it's like it's not like how much I hate it is not really proportional to how much I've talked about it, but it is notable that there is a lot of it. Um and I think like some of it's like fine or like oh yeah, I could see myself like using something like that there if I were making like a 3D show or whatever. Uh but there's like there's just a lot of it. And there's like sometimes where they like do and I guess I'm more against like the shaky cam thing because I think that's like you're just like not really it's not really thinking about how you're positioning the frame.
But it
But
is.
there is,
It's not like an act.
no
It's not like
no
when you're
I
holding an actual camera. It's like not act. Like it's the deliberate choice they made.
no
What
well no okay
do you mean
you're
no? They had
no,
invented
no,
it.
no, you're not. Okay, let me explain. No, it's because yeah, like when people do it, it's like obviously deliberate, but I don't think it's like skillful in any. I think it like often looks retarded, and I think that I think that and as I was getting to this, like I think that there's sometimes where they do it in like a cool way, where like a character will be like laying on their back and then they'll like roll over onto their stomach and the whole camera will like flip with them. And I think that's kind of neat. Like that kind of stuff is fun. Um, but like when it's clearly like when there's clearly like thought put into it, I'm like, okay, that's fine. But it's just when it's like to like move around with like or when it's just like oh there's a lot of action so we're gonna just like or there's like an explosion so we're going to shake the camera honestly most of the time I just prefer it doesn't happen because some people like it but I think it is I think it's kind of silly. I think I would prefer if it just does not happen um because I think it's like not I don't think it's like good framing. I don't think it's good or what would you call it? I don't think it's really part of like a good um perspective. There's like a word that I'm
Cinematography.
lacking here. I mean, it's yeah, I think it's bad cinematography. I guess that might be what I don't want to use like terms that are like you commonly use because to me this feels like a lot different than like actual film or like your standard 2D animation. So like I don't want to use things that I mean I guess you kind of have to. And I guess it is similar enough that it works. But yeah, I just think it's like there's not really a lot of thought put into it if I'm just going to like put it in the most simplest terms.
I don't know. I feel like Arcane is the type of show that has perhaps even too much thought put into it. That they kind of just like had a board of people like, all right, how do we make this the most mass appealing show of all time?
Well, exactly. It's
Yes,
like it's like they
yes,
want to
literally
squeeze
yes.
stuff. They want to
Like
squeeze stuff in there when it doesn't necessarily need to be.
I think it's in there not because it needs to be, but because it's like that's kind of what people expect, and people, the average person
okay,
watching.
here's the
right,
here's
which I think is like
because
why this is something that like adds to the show's success.
okay, like here's
Um,
the
It makes it.
if
It's
you
like when Last of Us adds motion blur. It's like, oh, it looks more like a real movie that you see in
oh
the
my
yeah, but
theaters.
fucking god, yeah.
games shouldn't be movies. And three like I wish. I mean, I at the end of the day, I just wish people would like take more opportunities to do something that's not like that's not like Hollywood or not like Netflix bullshit. Like I mean, which Arcane is like a Netflix thing, but I wish people would.
Explicitly.
I wish people would take
It's
more
the highest
opportunities
quality
because
Netflix thing.
because you're not going to end up with something that you're never going to end up with something that's not like chintzy Hollywood crap. If you're not really like if you're not making it and that's not the thing that gets popular. But I think there are a lot of opportunities to do more that the show doesn't take, and instead is just trying to like fill it with like options that are very safe. Just like it is a very safe show. I think it doesn't take a lot of big swings at being risky. Like it's not like some big statement on like diversity. Like it has a bunch of like characters that are like racially different, but the show doesn't make anything to say about diversity. Not that I'm saying that I want it to or that like I care about it, but like the show doesn't really like have like a big encompassing idea behind it. It is simply just about League of Legends, and I feel like that's just kind of lame. You know, I feel like it could have been something more, but I guess that's not really what people want from it.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
for the
Maybe that
average
sounds
person,
pretentious, but
it is. But I think for the average person watching it, like, they just want to fucking see a thing. And it is a thing that isn't like is one of my favorite tweets. It's like why do movies have to be good? Is it not enough to be in a dark room looking at a screen? Like that's
you should always want more. Like I would love nothing more if the like shit that the average Joes turned on at the end of the day was just something great, something if everybody was the average Joe came home and turned on fucking Citizen Kane, starts fucking starts watching Battleship Potemkin, starts fucking watching
but like
Kurosawa's
that
Ron.
does
But Rita,
not.
when that happens, you get people on TikTok being like, Evangelion's not even that good, guys. Like, like that's what happens.
Yeah, that's funny. That shit's hilarious.
No, I hate it. It makes me.
I mean, I hate it too. I scream at it, but it's like when I have conversation, like when I get up in arms with conversations with you doing. It's like at the end of the day, like I might not really care if like you think something different, but like the life is no fun if you do not get into everything like 100%. You know, it's like I can't have if I want this to be fun, I have to be. You know, I have to lean into it a little. You know, I have to be able to want this to happen. I have to be able to want people to be retarded, so I can have like something else to talk about when people are like being retarded. It's fun food for thought, and it's like I said, like some people, some people think that Arcane is like Marvel Cinematic Universe and Game of Thrones combined, and I don't care / haven't seen either of those things, and it just sounds retarded, and it's just something that's
It
like
is.
funny. It's funny to roll off the tongue because like why would somebody think to have those words come out of their mouth?
Because that's the only piece of media that can say.
But I'll give the person who said this some credit. Like it's stuck in my brain, but not for anything that's like a great reason. But it's funny. It's like I think at the end of the day, it kind of got me to watch the show. I don't have a lot of great things to like say about it, but it's certainly not the best thing that was made in the last 20 years. But it was
Yeah, I can't
guess
imagine
is-
saying that, but I like, I was rewatching Arcane for this because I missed a couple episodes because we were watching it on the Discord server and I was coming in and out. The first arc of the show with the kids is probably my favorite arc of the show. Like, I think that's like a good. If it was just those 4 episodes, I think it'd be a really good show. But because it has a bunch of other stuff that I don't care about afterwards, that isn't as interesting. I think it's like if it was just the first 4 episodes with their kids and it ended when Jinx got taken up by Silco, it would be like a 8 out of 10 show.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I liked those episodes a lot less. Like I just could not. I thought the like episode the last episode when they were kids. I was like, oh, that's kind of like that was like a more interesting one.
I
But
think yeah, because I
thought
think it all builds up to that emotional climax, and I don't think anything else in the show like really reaches that high.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're the core. Like they're the core. I don't understand.
Because I understand.
better
Because like,
or worse-
what other development does Jinx have like past that episode when she's a kid? Like,
Yeah, it's funny. The whole time I'm thinking like,
Accepting
oh, they're
Silco.
going to like, oh, no, she's getting taken in by this guy, and they're like, oh, she's going to be like enemies with by next time they meet, and it's like
you
that's
get
like
it.
kind of what happens,
Like,
but
you
it's
get
like
it.
not.
But
Ye-
you understand like the trajectory of these characters. Like everything after that is like Legend of Korra. It's like you like I get it. Like I don't need to see it anymore.
The thing is like it doesn't really happen. Like it's not really like there's not like it builds like it has like that episode happens and then like it doesn't really like nothing really like actually comes other than like Jinx is crazy, I
Yeah.
suppose. But like
But I could have
there's not
assumed
like
that. And she's
Yeah,
not. And
I
she's
mean,
not like
it
and
is.
her craziness is like so inconsistent that it's like she's like Harley Quinn crazy.
she's like Huff Paint crazy.
Yeah.
Like
I want her to be like a
she
redneck
just-
white trash. Like why does she
Jinx-
like? I want her to be
Jinx
fucking dirty.
does,
I don't want her to look like she's taking a
She
bath.
does whippets. She does whippets in her spare time.
I want her
That's
to
what
look like
does.
she hasn't taken a bath since the last episode when she was a kid.
Oh,
You
no,
want?
no.
You want to? Are you trying to smell her feet, Dune? Is
Yes.
that,
I'm not trying to say like if she's so psycho, why does she have the time to fucking make this cute cosplay outfit and braid her hair so well? Her fucking ankle length hair.
I mean, she has to live, you know.
Yeah, but
Like-
you know, I want her to be fucking psycho. I don't want her to be like a cute quirky girl.
No, dude. If she was that psycho, there wouldn't be so much porn of her on Reddit, dude.
Yeah,
There
but
would nothing
I think there's then don't make her literally a schizophrenic person who like the most psycho thing she does in the show, besides seeing like visions of dead people and stuff, is
fix her.
no, like the
I
most
can
psycho thing she
fix her.
does is seeing her sister with another person and being like, "Oh my god, she's replaced me." Like that jump, like that like being hurt by the fact that her sister just knows somebody else is the most psycho thing anybody like. I think that's the most crazy thing a person can do. But the rest, like, it does not align with the rest of her character or her actions. So she just comes off as very inconsistent. My favorite Jinx scenes are the ones where she is like setting up, like, she sets off like an elaborate trap with like a bunch of fucking spectacle, like the Joker. And any scene when she acts like a cute teenage girl is like, oh, okay. I forgot this is a normie show to appeal to fucking regular people. Why can't she be? She has the potential to be a so much more interesting character, but she has to be Harley Quinn, Deadpool, fucking.
Because she still needs to be, I guess,
She needs to be
likable
fuckable still.
and relatable.
But I don't want her to be fuckable. That's what makes her fuckable to me.
She just needs a good dick. I think she hasn't been fucked straight. That's the problem.
I got when I was watching the show, I got the impression that she was getting dicked down by Silco at all times.
No.
Okay, we're not gonna push it that far.
No.
She's just daddy's girl. Okay.
Yeah, that's very
Listen,
weird. It's like very.
He is
strange.
daddy. She is his girl. Okay. that would make her daddy's girl.
No, okay.
I mean, the way she sits in his lap and like all that stuff is like, it's like very.
Okay,
sexual.
you know what? That scene was weird. That scene was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like,
he raised her though. Basically,
he's like her sugar daddy. It's really weird.
No, but like he raised her though. Like
there have been. He's like the Woody Allen to and she's Woody Allen's like daughter-in-law or whatever.
Oh no!
Didn't Woody Allen have sex with his daughter? Vita?
What? Wait, sorry, what?
Didn't Woody Allen have like sex with his daughter?
Allegedly.
I don't think it was allegedly. He like publicly dated her.
Browse.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Woody Allen doesn't seem like the greatest. But I don't know.
Yeah,
you know, his thing. I liked Silco. I think it was.
And that's proof, the fact that no people like them is like proof that he's a rapist.
Obviously.
Statutory rapist. I mean.
Smile. I don't know if that was the intention. Like, I think Kirsten, it might have looked that way. I will give you this. Like, the scene when she was sitting on his lap, like giving him the fucking injection to the eyes, was like, are they about to fucking make out? And I like leaned back. I was like, what the fuck?
I wish
They
they
didn't.
did.
You lean back and unzipped your pants. And you're
No,
like, man,
leaned
this
back.
is this is
Okay.
creepy.
No,
Man, this
leaned-
sure is creepy. Man, oh,
No,
this is
leaned
just
back.
this is the worst.
I
Oh,
was
keep
ready.
going, keep going.
Yeah.
No,
Don't
leaned
pause
back
it.
as in, you know,
Actually, rewind
slightly.
it.
It's a fucking.
I better screenshot this just to be safe.
I can report this to the. Yeah, you see Chad put on the internet. I better screenshot this and download so I can report it to the police later.
No, but like in the show, I think they went out of their way to make him such like a, I don't know, sympathetic character. I don't think it was the intention. I don't think Silco actually fucked Jinx.
I'd be more
It's just-
sympathetic if he managed to pull Jinx. I'd like him more. I'd be like, you know what? Maybe
might-
it's not so bad if he fucked Jinx.
Oh my fucking god! No, not this conversation getting actually degenerate. You know? Oh no.
No, it's literally 95% of the appeal of League of Legends. It's just the hot girls.
But like, you know, Jinx, you know, is a sympathetic character, bro.
She
She's
is.
like in a bad
Well-
situation, and like Silco wanted to protect her. You know, like, you know, Silco was offered the
Silco
entire
definitely
city
didn't
and
want to protect
thieves.
her. He was definitely exploiting her for personal gain.
In like the last episode, like in the last episode, like I don't think it was a lie when he said like that he was not gonna take the deal to like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, at the end, but like at the beginning, he was definitely like, I could.
No,
this
at
is-
the beginning, yeah.
This
Like
is
at the
free
beginning when
cunny on
he-
the street.
like at the beginning when he found her on the street, like he was about to fucking stab her. But I think if anything, the last episode confirms it. Like he was on quote unquote Jinx's side. Like he was like, I am not gonna like let them like hurt you or whatever. Which is, you know, for all intents and purposes, is a nice thing to do for his funny daughter.
Yeah. You know, he was a good guy. It's a shame he dies.
I don't think they can
I guess
manage, like,
but I guess it just
make
sets
him-
up Jinx to be the
Yeah.
main villain in season 2. Whatever.
Ah,
She has to be the
It's
main
all-
villain. She blows up the counselors.
no, she is. Like she is the main villain. Like definitely. Like the arc is gonna continue, but you know, Vi, because they say this in like the trailer for season 2, like Vi like keeps saying, I need to save her. And then Jinx is like responding with like, you know, to another character about like how we're gonna destroy them all or some bullshit. Like, Jinx is the main villain.
So
Uh,
base.
I liked Silco. I guess we didn't talk much about like any specific character. I liked Silco. I thought Silco was like I was convinced of his reasons. I was like, you know what? This dude is not pure evil. This dude like had reason to
You
do
know what?
this.
He was fucked over by Vander, as Vander admits in like episode
Yeah.
2. And
Like-
the world, the topsiders are evil, and they do deserve to get
Literally.
fucked.
Like he says that like
they just like code him as evil, but really, you know, he's just a fucking guy. He's just like, man.
He's like, I
just
want
don't-
think
independence
that's
for
the
my
point.
people.
yeah, I think that is the point. Like the people in episode 2, the people who like betray Vander are like, Vander, why don't you just like fight? You know, why not just really, you know, go out in a
Like
blaze
he
of
gives
glory and
Vander
then-
a chance. He was like, "Bro, we've
Yeah,
had
like, yeah.
trouble, but like, come on, let's like fuck the guys up top." And like, he's like, "No, they're okay. They're okay. I gave you a chance."
He's okay. This is a thing that the show does well. Like, unironically, I do love this about the show. Like, as far as like quotation bad guys, like they have like real, genuine reason to do the shit they do, and they never like push it too far. They never like comically evil to the point
Yeah.
of like, oh, like we're just doing this because fuck people. They're like the main Silco motivation is because the top side, as shown in the opening of the show, in like throughout the entire series, are fucking like egotistical psychopaths. Like they just don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Like, you know,
they deserve. They literally deserve everything that happens to them.
like dude, there is literally the scene. I think the episode 6 with like the dude who's like fucking cripple, like the cripple guy, the
Mhm.
doctor. With like it's a scene when his like there's like topside kids playing around, and it's all fucking sunshine and rainbows. Literally, 1 meter later, there's like a gap, and there's just sewage and fucking poison, and there's just this crippled kid laying in there, and no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
So true. So
I don't
true.
know, like, I guess like not Vander, but Jace and like the Black Lady is supposed to be like, no, they're not all bad. They're cool and they're cool. It's like,
I think they're
no.
both equal. Isn't it funny how Jace and the Black are like, oh, they're all cool, but like, in the context of the show, they immediately get blown the fuck out, which gives them the justification in season 2 is just like blow them the fuck out. Isn't that so fucking coincidental
Yeah.
how that fucking came to be?
I mean, we gotta have the big epic battle war of the top and the bottom.
The epic rap battle of history.
The epic rap. That's literally what League of Legends the game is. Is the epic rap battle of history of the Arcane universe.
I mean, literally, yeah. Like that is where they're headed, to a big war.
I think Vi and Jinx. We were talking about Caitlyn earlier and how she's the worst. And Vi
She is
calls
the
it cupcake, because just to initiate the gay ships on Twitter.com and Tumblr. But I think Vi and Jinx should be lesbians. That's that's what I think. That's my opinion.
You're just gonna throw the L word out there like that, dude?
Yes.
What's up with you and incest, Dune?
They're not biologically related.
They're not.
No, you want her to fuck her surrogate father, and then you want her to fuck her surrogate sister. What the fuck is up with that, dude?
Yeah,
what the fuck is up with that?
Because it'd be hot, Noneedbruh. Because I can look up porn of it. That's why. What do you not understand?
Well, you can just make porn of it, too.
I will.
You
I mean,
could.
maybe I will. You know, Noneedbruh, with you guys. I'm trying to state my opinion here, and I feel like everybody here is trying to be my enemy. That's how I feel.
Dude, would you say
personal attack or something?
Give me a sec. Where is it? Would you say that you wake up to the sounds of the silence that allows from a mind run around, my ear after the ground? I'm searching to behold the stories that are told when I back to the world that was mine when I turned. Tell you, that's happening to you, dude.
Yes. The misery. Everybody does want to be my enemy. I fucking love Imagine Dragons.
It was a good remix. It was a good
What do you mean a remix? Is it not just the song for the show?
No, it's not. The actual song is slightly worse. Actually, it's a lot worse. I'm not gonna lie.
What? Are you saying Imagine Dragons didn't write that song?
No, the one in the show is a remix of a song they already made. It's not the exact same.
Oh.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
They're similar enough, but it's like a remix of it. Yeah.
When did this come out? It's one day ago. It's 1 week ago. I don't know. Is the original version? I think you're making shit up, Noneedbruh, as usual.
No, I really not.
Fucking prove it. Post it. Post it right now.
Okay, sure. Just go into YouTube and type in Imagine Dragon Enemy.
I did.
And just listen to it. It is like different from the one in the show. It is arranged different. It's not a fucking different song. It's just a remix.
It's the one in the show without the rap. You mean that's the remix?
It is different.
There's the intro version, and there's also the version that plays in episode 5.
Oh, they play it during the
yeah.
Okay.
Is that what you're talking about, Noneedbruh?
Give me a sec. I'm gonna check if the one in episode 5 is different.
It's not, but it's in I don't know if it's episode 5 specifically, but it's in an episode where Vi is walking around and they play it. It's when she fights the robot lady for the first time, and it is a different arrangement than the rap intro version. And once again, I'm blowing Noneedbruh the fuck out because he doesn't know what he's talking about.
No, I just looked it up. I just looked it up, and people are talking about which version do you prefer of the song, Enemy.
Yeah, there's 2 different versions. There's one that plays during the show and one that plays during the intro.
I prefer the live performance from my TV. That's what I meant. That's just what I meant. I did not.
Reido?
Did I miss? peak somehow.
Rita, kill this man. Rita,
What?
I'm handing
yes,
you the.
my liege.
I'm sliding the gun over to you. Deal with him.
All right.
I'm literally looking it up, and people are saying, "Which one do you prefer?" The one
Okay,
like
no need.
I
I'm gonna need you to
listened to
look
the-
off. You see those birds over there? Just keep staring off in the distance. Don't turn around.
Anyway.
I don't
Cowboy
have my
Bebop
I don't
got
have an
canceled.
actual gun to
Cowboy
fucking.
Bebop, the live action show, got canceled. I'm happy about that. Nothing to be happy about.
I never got to see it. Maybe it was good.
Well, no, it
Yeah,
exists still. I think you can still go watch it.
No, no. It's too late now. I can't watch it now.
You could always just watch the original Cowboy Bebop.
I did. It's called Sagoy Boys.
You didn't. You only watched like 2 episodes.
No,
of
I watched
5.
like 7 episodes. Count.
7?
Yes.
That's it. Not the entire fucking 26.
Of course not.
Why?
Hey, watch anime.
That's your job. It's your job.
No, it's not. Don't make things
Yes,
up
it
on
is.
internet.
Come on.
Don't lie to the people on the
I-
internet.
This whole new meme about me making things up and I'm right and you're wrong. Whole new meme. Oh fuck! They're also making like a live action Mega Man show. movie.
I love
Live-
Mega Man.
Netflix is making a live action Mega Man movie.
Why though? Why? What have they not learned anything? Is what I don't.
This was announced yesterday. After like a day.
Well, I mean, I think what they've learned is that when they do shit like this, people will fucking talk about it a lot.
Sure.
And
Yeah. Okay, there's this other one which is this makes more sense, but also still as retarded. Netflix is making a Final Fantasy VII remake anime.
Oh,
Like,
why?
bros.
What's
Like,
happening?
bros. I don't get it. I really don't.
Yeah, I guess it can't be. Why do people watch things? This is all your fault, Noneedbruh, because you fucking love things that exist.
I already like the thing is, Dune. I already reached peak entertainment. I would never reach the highs I reached before. Never.
Which was peak entertainment? Was that Baby
Monogatari.
Floyd Eyes?
Monogatari.
Monogatari?
Yeah.
Noneedbruh, you're banned from the show. Reido, you're the new co-host.
wait, what? What about?
You really call Monogatari the peak of entertainment?
To me, yeah.
I didn't
like,
know you were still in middle school, Noneedbruh. That's very interesting.
What's your peak of entertainment, Dune? What's like your favorite fucking thing?
Fully
I guess
Cooley.
go. Fully Cooley. Fully Cooley is really good.
Like, you can't argue with that.
Well,
Fully Cooley is really good. Like there is.
those are see Monogatari and like Fully Cooley are both things that are like good that I like a lot. But like again, the peak of entertainment.
Well, Monogatari does not hold a candle to the Fully Cooley.
Okay.
It doesn't. It just doesn't.
You mean it just does?
Wait, how much of Monogatari have you seen, dude?
I've read the first 2 light novels.
Oh, okay, that's not the same.
Okay, like
though.
I am not a light novel.
I mean,
reader.
I'm not on the like it's the best anime ever thing, but it's pretty good.
I'm sure
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
No, it's amazing. It's
I
it's
don't know if
okay.
I don't think it's amazing. I think it's okay.
Here we fucking go again.
How's that like? Here we go again. It's like it is baby's first think anime.
Yeah, just as Fully Cooley's baby's first being horny anime.
What are you, Reido? You gonna let him say this things to me?
If you're gonna do Monogatari this dirty,
I'm not doing it dirty. I said it was good.
Man, you guys are really throwing mud here.
Reido, you have to agree with me that Monogatari is for middle schoolers.
Okay, so
No.
let's get to the bottom of this. All right. So, Dune, you've read the light novels,
I saw
and
some of the
I,
anime. I saw the fucking movies.
I
I used to live with a guy who
so
loved the Monogatari series.
I like it a lot. I think light novels are indeed written for the kind of like middle schooler, high schooler demographic. Uh like the way Araragi is as a character, or like is presented as a character, reminds me of like uh
A
myself.
retarded teenager.
Yeah, reminds me of myself as a retarded teenager. And so I think for that, like, there's a lot of like relatability for that kind of like uh age demographic. But the anime is something a little different, I think, in that it's like it's got a lot of pretty talented animators, and that the shows are like pretty competently made, that there's some like pretty fun parts of the shows.
Yeah, I think
And
it's well, like the direction of the show is like pretty interesting and like stands out from the rest of
I
the
yeah
the chaff.
There is a
I mean, I
message.
think
But also
they're both
half of
good. Like,
Monogatari is like, haha. What if I liked sex guys? Like, wouldn't that be funny?
What? What?
That is like half of
What?
Monogatari.
Dune, we
What?
can't. We're not operating on the same bit. I mean, like, but everything is about sex. Like,
No,
everything is about.
that's
ev-
the way
Listen, Dune,
Monogatari is about
everything
sex is
about
different from the way
sex.
Fooly Cooly is about
everything is
sex.
there. Well, yeah, because like the themes are different.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
in
I
some
don't think
in some way, shape, or form,
Monogatari
everything
is thematically about sex in the way that Fooly
At
Cooly.
all.
It
I
just
mean,
has a
no.
lot of fan service. It's like,
he's
whoa,
clearly
this
he's
he
clearly
like,
just a horny
yeah.
teenage boy, and
Bakumonogatari
it's like,
is literally he's just like me for real anime.
but it's good.
That's literally what it is.
But it's good because they
It's
animate it
more
really well.
than that.
Yeah,
and
it is
stop
animated
it.
really well. It is well visually a good anime. It's better visually than it is written.
No, like it starts off as look at all this fan service. The fan service, by like as you get as you get into it, like gets lesser and lesser because it becomes way more about like all the other cool, interesting shit and how it all relates back to it. It is neat. Like I am not gonna sit here and somehow down like, oh no, you know what? Like, it's kind of no. It's just not. It is great.
No, Noneedbruh. One day you get old enough to understand
I'm not.
that Bakumonogatari is for babies, and
I'm not.
any
I'm
anime
not
that came
gonna.
after
I'm not.
2007 is
That's
I'm not
bad.
gonna throw mud.
It's
That's
literally
not
for babies.
true.
It's literally for babies.
It's not
No.
true.
Doesn't mean you
It's
can't
not
enjoy
true.
it.
Not true.
I like things for babies. I like Nejima. I like Chemico Deluxe. He just doesn't mean it's not for babies. So
You are so bizarre, dude. I'm
what are
not
you
gonna
talking
lie.
about? But when have I ever been wrong about an anime opinion? Answer me this.
Always.
Answer no.
Always.
No.
Always. Like it's you frame it from like a weird position where I have to somehow throw mud at like Fully Cooley, but no, Fully Cooley is also just another great
I
fucking.
think saying Fooly Cooly is on the same level as Bakemonogatari is like insulting to Fooly Cooly.
I don't know about that's. I mean,
That is a reach.
I feel like it's weird to compare the two in the first
Yeah.
place.
Noneedbruh brought it up.
You guys are going special mode here. I don't really. I can't.
You're the one who brought it up.
No.
I was like, you okay, dude? You're the one who's like, but Fully Cool is way better, and I'm like,
No, you
No.
literally asked me like, "What do you consider a good anime?" I was like, "I don't know, Fooly Cooly." That's what happened. Is it not, Reido? Is that not what happened?
we're gonna fucking listen back.
He was like, "Oh, what do you consider like the peak of quality, Dune?" I said, "Oh, I don't know, Fooly Cooly." That's how it started, right?
I mean,
But
Dune,
like,
Dune, you
somehow
are, but you
Fully
are
Cooley
playing
is
into this
higher?
narrative, Dune. You are.
What
like,
narrative? That Fooly Cooly is better than
Fully
Bakumonogatari?
Cooley is
That's not a
way better.
narrative. It's just a fact.
That Fully Cool is way better than Monogatari somehow.
It is.
That's like how you phrased it.
That's. I don't know. I don't know. Fooly Cooly's great. They're both great. They're not.
Fooly
they're
Cooly is a
not like-
classic. Fooly Cooly is a classic anime. It's like saying fucking Sword Art Online is
I
better than
don't-
Ninja Scroll or something, or Akira.
I
No.
don't know. I mean, this is all
No. Lowest
like
saying
I
that.
guess my definition
is-
of like I feel like I mean
That is
I
a
feel like
reach.
it's I feel like it's important, like it's an important anime to me. Like I really like Fooly Cooly, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like my definition of classic is a bit different, but I don't know. It's they're both like good and like in like somewhat similar in somewhat different ways. Like I don't know if like putting one on a pedestal is like better than another is like the way to go about this.
Very centrist of you, Rita. Do you have any actual like hardline stances about what is good and what is not good? What is a good what is a show
A
better
lot
than
of-
Bakemonogatari than Rita? How about you give us one?
Hold on, I have to go use the
Gundam?
bathroom.
Oh, now look at him. Now he runs away.
Oh no, I
Oh,
have
guys,
answers. Hold on, I
have to go.
can't think straight. I just have to pee real quick.
This okay, Dune, like for all seriousness, this like weird impression about like, oh, it's like a baby's first middle school. It's just not. It is just like not. Like, how much did you actually watch?
I've seen enough of it to know that.
What do you mean you've seen enough of it? You keep always throwing this line of, oh, I've seen enough of it.
I have seen
Like,
enough of it.
How much? An
I've-
episode,
I-
two,
I've
three?
seen a couple episodes. I saw the movies. Like I
You
know
said?
what happens.
All three of them?
Yeah, I said I lived with a guy who loved Monogatari, or the Monogatari series or whatever. And I saw them. He made me watch the
nothing made
movies
like
with
an
them.
impact on you doing these movies?
I
And
thought
then
the
all you
movies
were
were
like, oh
pretty
yeah, whatever.
bad. I mean, they were like okay. Well,
I
I
guess
was
this
not
is
very
gonna
super
appeal
interested
to
in
you.
them. I understand
But
that it
this-
has a lolly vampire and that you like that, Noneedbruh, but I expect a little bit more in
It's
my
not
anime.
that. It is not that. You're genuinely like disingenuous in selling what aspects you think I like or don't
Me,
like.
I would never do that. Noneedbruh.
Okay, what's going on here?
You're
What was
being,
I
like,
supposed to answer?
You're being like genuinely like disingenuous. Like,
Yeah,
you'd be like,
Dune's going Moid mode here.
you'd be like, oh, you know what? You like those movies because they have a lolly vampire. Obviously, that's like the part you like. Yes,
I did
yes.
not say
Confirm.
that.
Moving on.
I did not say that. I would not say that.
What's the topic again here? What's going on?
What is a better anime than Bakemonogatari? Yeah.
Gundam, I assume, Reido.
Yeah,
Gundam.
sure. That's an
Okay,
easy
let's
answer.
do Naughty Gundam to make it some variety.
Okay. Yeah. How about Ideon? How about
Something that came out after
that's
1990.
something that came out after 1990.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a.
A show that people would
Uh,
actually know about.
I don't know. Let me think. I mean, what's something that I've watched recently that's like
Gunbuster.
Gunbuster's cool. Gunbuster did not come out after 1990 though.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So show that people know. I know people know Ideon and Gundam. Don't fucking yell at me. I'm just saying.
Gunbuster was 88, so that doesn't
That's
count.
like 90.
Okay.
I mean, it's close. It's close, but like there are a lot of things like
Ava. When did Ava come out?
1998,
96,
97, 98.
I guess.
Yeah, one of those. I think Evangelion, of course.
Yeah,
That's like
Ava.
that's a
Let's
good
do
one.
let's do like a weird. Let's do like a pick that you don't think that other people like. Let's do something quirky.
Because there's a lot of stuff that's like older that I've seen. Like people will be like, oh, well, that's not like good, but I like truly believe it's like some of the best shit. But like
a personal show to you. I know you like a lot of classic anime. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying like let's do like a personal pick. Like Fooly Cooly is very personally like my favorite anime.
Yeah, something that like not everybody that's like not necessarily beloved by everybody. That's a good question. I know that it's like one of technically like the character is one of your favorites, but you haven't seen all of the OVA. I think Neko Musume is
yes.
is specifically the OVA. Specifically the OVA is like pretty underrated as far as things that, like, and I don't really hear a lot of people talk about it, but it's fucking great.
No one would ever talk about it. Neku.
Because the first time I ever heard about Nuku was when you guys were watching the TV show. I'm like, oh, this is Nuku, huh? And I didn't until I wasn't completely pilled until I saw the OVA, and I was
Nuku
like,
pills.
bro. Uh, I don't know. That's like kind of a there's just like a lot of stuff that's like really good that like not a lot of people have seen, but that I like assume that if like a lot of people saw it, like if more people more of a Western audience saw it, it would like immediately get picked up like that OVA or like the Dominion Tank Police OVA is kind of fun. I mean, OVAs are like easy to just like recommend to people because like a lot of people are like terrified of committing to like
Yeah,
long form
like a
shows.
short 6
But like
episode kind of thing.
but,
That's really
but like
quality.
long shows are like it's probably like the best format for like a story. I think like around like a 50 episode show.
I disagree with you. I think
I
if a show has 50 episodes worth of content to tell, of story to tell, then it's good. If it doesn't, I don't think it's good.
I mean, well,
I think I've said
yeah,
this before, but
you
like
use the episodes to tell the story, but I don't think like being short means it's like better or necessarily
I
more
would
dense.
prefer a
Like
show be 6 episodes and amazing than 12 episodes and
Yes.
like pretty good.
Yes.
but what if it was just 50 episodes and like the whole show's great?
Well, then that's
That
different.
is
I mean,
bad.
what if Bully Cooley was a billion episodes and all of them were good? Like, yeah, we could just make
What do
things
you
up.
mean, dude? What do you mean, dude?
No, but I feel
Is
like
it
people
fully
come to expect certain things from like OVAs, and that when other anime like don't do them, then it's like not as it's not as good because it's not like it's not quite like it's not as like good as Fully Cooley. But I don't really think that's like the right way to look at it. Like I think people want like there's a certain like pristineness that people expect
I
from
think
like
Fully
me.
Cooley is a perfect capsule, and there's nothing you would ever cut out of it, and it's like a perfect size. Like, it is a story made for 6 episodes, and it fills those 6 episodes with wall to wall amazing quality. But I think most 12 episode anime could be 8 episodes, and it would be better because they're like more
No,
compact.
dude. Okay, dude.
I
Most
don't
12 episode anime could be 3 fucking episodes and be better.
I think there's like a lot more that you can like. I think it depends on like how much like what Fully Cooley has to say is like relatively simple to something like Mobile Suit Gun like Mobile Suit Gundam. Like if you have like a more like complex story to tell, like you can really flesh things out like over the course of like I don't know, like 20-ish to like 30 to 40 to I like usually like really like there are not a lot of anime that I've seen that are like hundreds of episodes long, right? But a lot of the times those are adaptations from something else that's like
Like One
also like a
Piece,
serialized
1,000
product.
episodes, I think
Like
it uses all of them perfectly.
he,
It tells a perfect,
that's what I'm saying is like stuff like that is a little different when especially when you're padding time to like adapt a serialized product. Like that's like a bit of a different case. But I'm talking about like anime original shit. I'm not interested in a lot of the fucking. I mean, they're great. You know, a lot of great stuff is like adaptations from something else. But I mean, I think what's like of the most value is usually like anime original stuff. Like I think that's when you end up with just the most like the coolest shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
it's like translating a comic book into an animation. Like a comic book story is written to be a comic book story. In most cases, 99% of the time. And so if you're writing something for animation, I assume it's a little bit different process. Yeah, Fully Cooley, for example.
What do you mean, dude? What do you mean? Fully Cool isn't
I'm
6
saying
episodes.
Bakemonogatari is a book series, and a lot of the show is just people standing around and narrating things.
I don't want to talk about fucking books. Books are for fucking dorks to read.
That's true.
Here's the thing, dude. I did not read the fucking novels. I have no stand-in to be like, are they different? They give the impression that you listen.
Nothing to do with
The
my
show
point.
didn't appeal to you, sure. I guess
I
that's
didn't
just
say the
it.
show didn't appeal to me. I said it was good. What are you talking about?
Bakemonogatari?
Yes.
Didn't you just say that it's an edgy show for 15-year-olds?
Yeah, that's like most anime. I think most anime is that, and I like a lot of anime that is that. Like, hello? You see, no need, but the problem is you don't listen. I definitely
You-
said that I like
if-
Bakemonogatari.
June, you're fucking lucky. You're
See,
lucky you live.
It's gonna be in the
live-
fucking
you're
episode. You're gonna
lucky
watch
you
this.
live.
And it's gonna be there.
You're fucking lucky.
This is like where you're.
It's gonna be in the episode where I say I like Bakemonogatari. I said it multiple times.
This is the part that Dune just
If
like
you-
edits.
if
Like
you like-
I never said I like Bakemonogatari once at all. Yeah, I don't know,
You
dude.
read the light
I mean,
novels.
how do you really feel? How about we do a group watch, Dune? How about we?
Bakemonogatari.
No, this would suck. That will just suck.
Why?
Nibra doesn't want to get hard in the call.
Obviously.
Embarrassing.
Okay, like if you're asking about like not deep, like just thoughts about the Monogatari in general. My least favorite part is like the fan service and like the first like season. Bake essentially is Bake and Nisi are the weakest out of all of them.
I love the show, but 2 other seasons, kind of suck, kind of trash.
No, 2 of the seasons. I feel about 2 of the seasons of Monogatari is like the same way I feel about Arcane, like a 7.5 out of 10.
You know,
Why did you say it was like peak quality then?
Because it comes to a whole, because they play a role, because it all matters at the end, and it's like fucking ingenious how it all is amazing. It's a 10 out of 10.
The panty shots of the little elementary school girl in episode 5. They come together. It matters in the end. It comes back, bro.
It doesn't have to be so complicated. The dude can just like seeing panties, and that's beautiful. That's more pure artistry than whatever convoluted plot is cooked up in your dense little OVAs. Yeah, but you know what? This has come to mind because like I've heard people. There's a show I watched a bit of it with you guys recently, and I love it. I fucking love it. I love the show, but it is something that I do hear people like say looks bad and is dumb. Is fucking Azumanga Daioh, and
Azumanga Daioh is better than Bakemonogatari and Arcane. I would say
agreed.
That. Agreed.
Fucking agreed.
Really, Reido? You do Monogatari shit.
I mean, but they're so. I wouldn't be like. I would never say like. Azumanga Daioh is like way better than Bakemonogatari because like I don't think there's like a situation that I would actually like sincerely compare those 2 shows.
But
thank you, Reido.
What do you mean? Like I can compare them. I like one more than the other.
I don't like.
That is not like
but I don't like. I don't really weight them like similar. Like they're not like. Oh yeah. Oh like I.
Rita, was it not you who said that a good thing should just be good regardless of the context?
I think they're both, and I think they're both good.
Yeah, but you can like one more than the other.
Like, I don't really like. I'm not sure if I really believe in like.
So down.
I might have a Mal account where I score things, but like scores, like especially since like my scores have changed like so much since I like created like how I would score things.
How you feel about the show can be malleable.
I don't think like actually like creating like a score for a show really means a whole lot. Like I don't really like. I'm not really thinking like. You know what? I'm feeling. You know what? I think. I don't like media in my mind. Like art in my mind is not really defined by the score that I give. I'm not like Ava's really more of a 9 these days for me. Like that's not really what I'm thinking.
But Rita, the scores are for other people. They're not for you. It's for you so you can get the arguments with other people on the internet. Nobody you said you love.
If I knew that people looked at my Mal account, I might feel a little more guilty about the score.
We definitely shared Mal accounts in Discord before.
Well, yeah, you guys can see my Mal account.
I mean, but like that's what you do. You send it to your friends. Your friends go, "Oh, you like this? You like Bakemonogatari? You're retarded." Like that's the point of watching anime and scoring it.
Yeah, see, I've had these conversations with Zach before, and they're the worst. They're the worst conversations because
Jesus Christ, dude,
I don't have to defend every like score that I didn't actually like think, which is why now I'll just like just mark a show as like finished. I won't even give it a score. Like it doesn't matter. It's so meaningless.
Rito, at the beginning of this podcast, you said that it is the point of the internet is to have fun and get into dumb arguments with people. Like you gotta put your all
Well,
into it.
people that I want to, people that I want to talk to. Sometimes I've had a long day. Okay, I come home, I start pouring the whiskey. I start pouring the whiskey after I get home from work, and then when somebody starts yapping, like, oh, we got you gave fucking you
You
gave Arcane a 6. What?
You see a DM
What?
from Dunekun. You gave Blood the Last Vampire a 7? Like, what is wrong with you?
Mad cringe, bro. Everybody knows that the animation budget was terrible for that, and they couldn't even afford ink for the last episode. And I just sometimes people are too retarded to sincerely have a conversation with. It's like you can the conceit of your argument has to be like interesting enough to make me want to go like monkey mode into it, like it has to be either like spectacularly retarded or like it has to be like hard, like if I can just like explain it away with like a few words, or if I can just be like that's wrong for X, Y, and Z, and not like if it keeps me tripping over my words like you guys know how to do consistently, then it's probably a conversation worth having. But if not, then fuck off. I don't care. If I can just say you're retarded for X, Y, and Z, then but that's the problem is like I do know a lot of people that have like complete brain like my normie, my IRL friends, and I can't I can get through a conversation gets more interesting when I know that I can get through to someone, when I know I at least have the capability to explain something to somebody like you guys. But like I do talk to people who are spectacular retarded. It's like I can't even like my words do not mean the same thing, like on a word by word basis, like things I say do not have the same meaning, like I don't know, like I'll say like storyboard and they think I'm talking about writing or something like that, and it's like it's not there's just brain kaput, brain don't work, door stuck, and you just talk. I just end up getting talked in circles for hours, and that's just not fun. But I don't know. That's why I don't care about like what other people, what a random person browsing Mal would find on my profile. But you guys are special. All right, you guys are. I have to. I can't just ignore when one of you guys is retarded. All right, I have to. I have to put the hammer down.
I'm glad, I feel like, we're winding down, we're fucking wrapping up, I'm glad we established, Monogatari, 10 out of 10,
I'm just
fully
getting
fully
started.
0 out of 10,
Yeah,
throw it in the trash.
He was trying to get out for he has to actually come up with the reasons why he likes Bakemonogatari.
What? There are reasons why I like them? Sure, let's start.
Do
Do you really want to? For like the
Yeah.
next hour?
Go ahead. Active 4.
Let's see. I guess the most the most thing that stands out from Monogatari in my head is probably like the main character, Araragi,
Yeah,
and how he
exactly.
starts out as
Okay,
the
that's
most
it. That's all we needed to hear.
as the
Baby,
most
literally baby's
obnoxious.
first fucking anime.
You asked and I'm trying to answer
I
you and you're
know,
like,
but I've
oh
heard all I
no,
needed to hear.
Jack, you're a
What you put
gremlin.
the wrong answer. There were answers you could have given. There were answers you could have given that would have been like, you know what, that's a good point actually, but you gave the wrong one. So you don't get to talk anymore.
No, die. Did you want to know? At least Monogatari does not have 2 retarded sequels.
It does. All the sequels of Monogatari are retarded. It has more than 2. In fact, Monogatari is retarded in itself.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. Like this is a threat on your life that if you ever meet in real life, you will not outlive that fucking second I lock eyes with you, dude.
I wasn't listening. I saw I zoned out. What'd you say? Are we running the episode? We ending the episode now? Are we done here?
Noni says what?
Oh yeah, smacked you in the face. Anyway, everyone say goodbye at another friendly episode of the Rotating Cube Zone. I'm
Where
gonna
we
go back
all
to playing
agree on
Cookie Run.
everything, and there's never disagreement, right?
Yeah. Once again, I proved Noneedbruh wrong in the intellectual battlefield.
No, 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 no.
I'm always right. Noneedbruh's always wrong. Reido
No,
is a
no.
third
You
party.
get the fucking catchphrase
Reido is
wrong.
the green party of the podcast.
That's why I never win, huh?
But you made your points heard, Reido. But you made your points heard, and maybe that'll influence.
Fair and valid, Queen. Fair and valid.
Okay. Everyone say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Fuck you. You're fucking dead.
You're done.
You're done. You think you can disrespect me on my own podcast? You're done.